welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, AD44. So today, guys, we'll be discussing about Neymar, man. Neymar. So we should have a guest coming on here soon. He's a Brazilian. He supports Brazil, so he's not here yet. I sent him the link already. And so if you guys are wondering, can you guys join from the chat? It will just be him for today. And if he doesn't join within maybe the next 15 or 20 minutes or so, I may send to one of you guys. I prefer a Brazilian come on and speak though, just because I feel like they can give their best opinion. So if you have any Brazilians in the chat, let me know, and I may feel free to contact me, and in case our friend cannot come in. So we're gonna go ahead and wait for him, I guess. So yes, Sebastian says yes, AD is live. Yes, I am live, man. I am live. So smash the like button, guys. Hit that like button. We should be hitting 20 likes on today's stream, man. We should be hitting 20 likes on today's stream. And yeah, so make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and comment below your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you're watching the replay, so please also participate in the poll as well. Right now, I put a poll out there, and so far we got 5 votes in. So I'll be reading the poll message. I'll end the poll once we have around, once we get towards the tail end of today's stream. And this stream will probably be around an hour. Okay, so Sebastian says, so it was not Neymar's sister. Oh man. The Mass Channel says, is Neymar a failure? Maybe. Let me go check on Twitter if he told me anything. Let me see if he sent anything yet. So, let me see if he's seen my message. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started, guys. We're going to go ahead and get started. So, let me get my notebook, and we're going to go ahead and get the timestamps for you guys. So 00 intro. And yeah, so I'll give you guys maybe around 5 minutes for you guys to get settled in. And then if he doesn't join, I'll just go ahead and talk already, because we don't have all day. I have a busy night, and so forth. So yeah, make sure you guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. So we'll probably start like the 5th minute mark. And right now we're at the 3rd minute mark. Failure, not sure yet, because he has a Copa America World Cup left to play. Yeah. I mean, we're evaluating based on right now, guys. We're evaluating based on right now. We're not, because like I said, it's not a guarantee he's going to win the Copa America and the World Cup coming up. It's not a guarantee per se, So like I said, there's no guarantee, okay? So, yeah, let me see what you guys saying in the chat. And yeah, we'll be reading your messages. We'll be getting started very soon, man. So, yep. I think the only trip he hasn't won is the World Cup. Ooh. No, he hasn't won the Copa America, man. He hasn't won the Copa America. Sebastian, right now, the only failure because he's supposed to be that guy to win UCL for LSG. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to go ahead and get started, guys. We're going to go ahead and get started if he doesn't join the next 30 seconds or so. So, hopefully he joins. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started, guys. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to start the 5th minute mark, guys. 5th minute mark. So we're going to start with club first, guys. Club. We're going to start with the club career first. For Neymar in particular, man, his club career has been very underwhelming. We'll talk about his international career, but I want to start with the club first. Because let's be real, guys. Let's look at his accolades, right? I got it on screen here, right? look at his accolades he's won at club level, right? He's won Copa Montana Paulista 2010, 2011, 2012, Copa de Brazil, Copa Libertadores, Recopa Sudamerica. Now, I believe Recopa Sudamerica is basically the Europa League, the second tier in South American football. Is basically the Europa League, essentially. You know, at Barcelona, of course, he won two La Liga titles, La Liga 2014, 2015, 2015, 2016. And then obviously he won the Copa del Rey, won 3 Copa del Reys, Supercopa de España won once, UEFA Champions League won once, FIFA Club World Cup, and then obviously at PSG he's won Ligue 1, Coupe de France, Coupe de Ligue, Trophées de Champions. And yeah, you can see he's won a lot of trophies. Let's be fully frank though. Most of those trophies that he won are very much domestic trophies. There's a very few trophies he's won on the grand scheme of things, you know? And I think that for me is very imperative and to look at. In the Champions League and Copa Libertadores, those are for me the two significant trophies, his two most significant trophies in his club career. Hopefully you guys can see my screen. I can make it a little bigger if you guys can't see it. Where is it? No, that's worse. Hold up. Yeah, let me zoom in actually. Let me just zoom in for you guys. So I believe that should be good now. Yeah, this is probably a good zoom level. So let me go ahead and go to his honors right here. So that's the thing, man. That's the thing, right? And my thing about this is that as good as he was for that Champions League, it was really a collective effort. You know, he didn't single-handedly give Barcelona the Champions League. You know, Messi and Suarez contributed as well. And don't get me wrong, Neymar was critical. I'm not saying he wasn't critical. It's just the thing is Neymar wasn't like the main guy. You know, he delivered. He helped Barcelona win the Champions League. But my question for you guys is this, guys. Could Barcelona win the Champions League without Neymar? Like, you put someone else in there. Like, let's say you put, someone else. And I guess the evidence can be shown with the 2019 Champions League in 2018, perhaps you can say. The debacles against Liverpool and Roma in particular. So, but we have to also put things in perspective here that Iniesta was still at his, you still had Rakitic there that was also influential as well. And so, like I said, for Neymar in particular, that is his biggest club achievement, is to win the Champions League at Barcelona. But the issue, as I said, guys, is that he wasn't like a fundamental importance. Like, he single-handedly didn't give Barcelona the Champions League. So, I mean, what do you guys think of the chat? I mean, like I said, I still respect Neymar, and I still do think Neymar is a great player, of course. But we have to keep things honest here, guys, is that Champions League that Barca won, it was a collective effort. It wasn't just a Neymar spectacularness, you know. And that's the thing, man. That's the thing. So let me read what you guys say in the chat. When does his contract expire again? I believe it expires 2026. I believe it expires 2026. However, PSG is looking to sell him. So, Bulgarian Ball says, "I hate my life." Yeah, it's probably because of the national team, I would imagine. We'll discuss about the Euro qualifiers tomorrow, guys. Don't worry, guys. We'll discuss everything qualifiers related, international games in particular tomorrow. It's just today's stream will just be particularly on Neymar. And the match channel says Neymar. Hello, just watch some of the worst bullcrap from Serbia. Hey, at least you guys, man. At least you guys won, man. At least you guys won. So you should be proud of that. Happy with that, man. But yeah, I mean, getting back to what I was saying, man. The thing is, like, for Neymar in particular, and then you look at what happened at PSG in particular, right? He's now won the Champions League there at PSG. In fact, it's been really bad at PSG. Because other than the 2019-2020 season in which they reached the final, Neymar hasn't really been that good for PSG in the Champions League knockout stage. No, when I say knockout stage, because knockout stage and group stage is very different, right? And I feel like for me, Neymar's legacy at PSG is looking bad now because he went to PSG to win the Champions League there as the main guy. He wanted to go away from Messi's shadow. If anything now, he's under Mbappe's shadow now at PSG, which is actually kind of somewhat weird in that sense. And so my thing for Neymar in particular is that his contribution in the knockout stage Champions League is pretty abysmal. It's really abysmal, guys. I believe he's got 2 goals and 2 assists in the knockout stage. That is ridiculous. And as I said, I'm pretty sure all those goals and assists came in that single season in which, as I said before, PSG reached the Champions League final. And let's be real, guys. If you really debunk that Champions League, right, PSG faced RB Leipzig, they faced Dortmund, and faced Atalanta. They didn't face any single top team before reaching that final. And once they did reach the final, they played against a top team. They lost the final, in which they should have won. PSG were the way better team in that final. They missed so many chances in particular. Mbappe and Neymar in particular. And like I said, if Neymar had won the Champions League, that season, it could have meant so much for his legacy. So, like I said before, I just think that for me in particular, Neymar club career has been huge letdown because he's not even played both games of the Champions League round of 16. I think that's the only season he's played both games of the UEFA Champions League round of 16 matches. He's not even played both games of the Champions League, barring that game against Dortmund, which is actually pretty shocking. And I just think that for me, for Neymar in particular, is that he just hasn't been great in the Champions League in particular. He was great in the 17-18 season. I think 17-18 season, he was fantastic, his stats-wise, right? Look at his stats the 17-18 season, guys, right here. He got 23 goals. Why isn't it showing over here? Let me make that a little smaller. Bruh. Okay, let me see if I can find. Let me look at the statistics, career statistics, right? Neymar got 28 goals and 30 appearances. That's actually pretty solid, right? That's actually been his best goal scoring season in his PSG career, right? 23 goals the following season, 19 goals, 17 goals, 13 goals, and 18 goals. And that's the thing that worries me is that his first season was great. Since that season, it's not been great. And look at the amount of appearances he's not even reached 40 appearances, guys. At Barcelona, he reached 40 appearances there, man. And you can see how his injuries have been plaguing him in his career. And he's not even matched his Barcelona appearances. And he's been at PSG for 6 seasons now, whereas Barcelona he stayed at 4 seasons. So I think for club career-wise, Neymar has definitely underperformed, in terms of Champions League in particular. Because like I said, guys, before, let's be real, guys. Let's be real. Champions League was what defines PSG. They don't care about the League One titles. They can win all the League One titles. Because let's be real, guys, they just have that kind of monopoly. So him winning those League One titles doesn't really mean much for his legacy in terms of PSG. Because at PSG, to be considered a success, you have to win the Champions League. You just have to. That's the barometer that is set at the club. Now, do I agree with that? I think it's a bit harsh. But at the end of the day, I understand. Because PSG have spent all this kind of money, and they should be doing way better than the Champions League. They should be doing way better than the Champions League. So I just think for me, for PSG, in terms of Champions League in particular, it's been very shocking. Very, very shocking. Very, very shocking. So let me read what you guys are saying in the chat. 2011 was a collective effort. It wasn't a single-handedly down to Messi. That is true, Mounts. You do make a very valid point. It's just that the problem is with Neymar's biggest achievement, though, club career, is that Champions League. Whereas he's got a ton of club achievements. He's won so many La Liga titles. He's won countless amount of Champions League. And so Messi's club career, his best moments, there's many different moments. Whereas Neymar in particular, it's really that Champions League season. And you can maybe say the comeback against Barcelona in some senses. You could argue that. You could argue that that comeback against Barcelona was one of his biggest club career moments, which is definitely true. I would definitely agree with that. It's just the problem is just that Messi just have so much, whereas Neymar, there isn't really a lot of standout club moments in particular. That's the point I was trying to make. Sebastian says Neymar has to win UCL for PSG. Absolutely, man. If he wants to have his club legacy be sealed and be remembered, he has to win the Champions League at PSG. Because let's be real, guys. That Champions League at Barcelona, I think Messi and Suarez will probably get more credit for it. Do I agree with that? Not really, but that's just how it's going to be perceived, And I don't think Neymar will get as much recognition or appreciation for that 2015 Champions League. So, yeah, even though he should, in my opinion, more. Billy Reviews well said Bulgarian ball commiserations for the loss to our little brother's nation, Montenegro. Sebastian says Neymar goes to Chelsea, win the UCL. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, man. I don't think Neymar can win the Champions League at Chelsea. Rank Talks Ball says you could argue Neymar failed at PSG, saying he failed as a player as hard considering all his injuries, even playing 20 games this season, got many goal contributions. Rank, what I mean by failure is that I should have said this at the beginning of the stream. Because let's be real, guys. It's not that Neymar has flopped at PSG. It's just that Neymar has just I don't think failure is the right word to say. I think he's more so underperformed. I think that's probably the better way to say it. Because, like you said, he's not been a failure. He's still got 118 goals and 173 appearances. That's actually pretty good stats, even with all the injuries. And you do the goals to game ratio. Like, let's actually do that math right now. So 118 divided by 173. That's around 68%, which is actually pretty solid. That's actually a really good ratio to have. It's just the problem is he's really underperformed for me and the UEFA Champions League. And that's what's very critical here in that stats is because I believe most of those goals that Harry has scored in PSG has been domestic goals. It's not been in Europe, you know. And I think Neymar and goal scoring wise in Champions League has just not been that amazing, you know. And so for me, as I said, with and like I said, man, I just think that for me, Neymar for me has underperformed at PSG. Now, and to say he's a failure, I think it's a bit harsh. I think it's a bit harsh. But there are some people that have their different definitions, and I think that's very critical. Is that we look in definitions in particular. So, yeah. Rank Talks About says Neymar's a fantastic player that gets too much pressure from his country, being compared to Pele, not achieving success with his nation because of unfortunate events. We'll discuss about his club. We'll discuss about international. And probably around like 10 minutes from now. Okay, guys. So like 10 or 15 minutes from now, we'll discuss. Agender says hi to you, man. Hi to you. And Matt Channel says, is the question, has Neymar been disappointing? Well, I originally put in the title failure, but you can also say disappointing if you want to, you know. So I just put failure there just because I feel like it would I feel like failure is just more of an appropriate question, but you could say underwhelming. So disappointing. So yeah, you can answer whatever way you want if you want. Okay. So yeah, that is definitely true, man. Definitely true. So let me see what you guys saying. It was always gonna be tough to match Pele the GOAT, man. Okay, so what do you guys think in his club career? Do you think he's done enough in his club career? Or do you think he should do more for his club career? Because for me, the Champions League is what's really disappointing with Neymar in particular. I think because his league record I think is pretty good. I think his league record is actually pretty good. So FCB Kool-Aid says, 80, can I join your stream? I'll tell you what, I originally didn't plan to have you join, but because my guest isn't going to join, and because you're a Barca fan, you probably know Neymar most people here. So you know what? I'll tell you what, I may consider. But I'm gonna wait until like maybe 2 more minutes. And actually, let me check what he said on Twitter because let me see what he's saying there. So let me see. He still hasn't joined yet. So yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll let you. You know what? I'll tell you. I'll let you in, Kool-Aid. I'll let you in, Kool-Aid. So I'll send you the link, man. I'll send you the link. So let me invite you, Kool-Aid. So, let me send the link to you. Okay, so check. I'll send it to you on Twitter. Okay. Sebastian says Kool-Aid wants to join every stream. Not always, man. Not always. But yeah. Okay, so I sent you on Twitter, man. But yeah, anyways, as I was saying, guys, I just think for Neymar in particular, his club career, for me, it's mostly that Champions League I think has really haunted him. I think if he could win another Champions League there at PSG, I think it would save his legacy in club football. Because, like I said, all these league titles is nice and all these goal contributions is nice, but you have to show up in Europe. If you want to be recognized as one of the best players in this generation, you have to show up in Europe. You can't just be a domestic merchant. You just can't. Like, you're not going to get the recognition. You're not going to get the appreciation. And so, you know, it's very, very interesting in that regard. And so forth. So, yeah. 8 out of 10. Okay. Sebastian says Kool-Aid always wants to join. Okay, I already meant that. I think Sebastian says surprise Kool-Aid hasn't asked if you can join the World stream. Matt Channel says, what other debate show ideas do you have? That is a good question. I'll keep those as a surprise, but maybe next week we might do another debate show. And maybe Mats, I might have you come on. Just you alone, maybe.
All right, sup, AD? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So, what's the topic?
Yeah, the topic is we're discussing about Neymar and his club career. We're discussing club first, and then we'll discuss international a bit later. So, what's your thoughts on his club career as a whole? Do you think it's a good, bad, or average, or it could have been better?
Look, I've always with Neymar. It's a pretty complicated relationship I got in Neymar because, bro, like, of course, this guy is a world class, one of a kind football player, and his time at Barcelona. I'm not gonna lie, we can make an argument that he alone was one of a big factor why Barcelona completed the treble because
Yeah,
in every game he was always involved in big moments in that Champions League run in La Liga as well. He was very clutch. And for me, for his club career, uh, I'd say it was a success. Just
mm,
based on he contributed, he massively contributed for Barcelona to win that treble, and that's
yeah,
me
yeah,
being unbiased because if I was coming in here as a salty Barca fan when he left the PSG, then I would say, nah, it was Messi, Suarez, Neymar, Iniesta, Xavi. But let's be real, like he contributed massively into that treble, and I appreciate that from Neymar. I wish he could have stayed longer and he could have had the number 10 shirt, but it is what it is. Football, it comes with so many surprises.
yeah, yeah. Just looking at stats here, guys, at Barcelona, this is pretty incredible. Let me see if I can zoom in there. So career statistics, as you guys can see right here, club career. He's got 15. He's got 105 goals and 186 appearances.
Mhm.
That's actually pretty solid. And I agree with you. I think at Barcelona, if you just look at just his Barcelona career, and you could probably say Santos too as well, it's been a
Mhm.
success. It's just that at PSG, it's not. We'll get about PSG later, but actually let's speak about Santos real quick because he also won the Copa Libertadores, which for those of
Mhm.
you guys don't know is pretty much the Champions League in South America. And for him to win a Champions League South America is pretty interesting because a lot of the South America players that come nowadays from South America, like you look at Vinicius, Rodrigo, and these kind of players, they didn't even win the Copa Libertadores.
Yeah, an
Most of
interesting
them didn't.
fact. The last time, well, it was Santos, right? That's the team he played
Yeah,
for. Yeah, that's
yeah,
the last time they won the Copa Libertadores was when Pele was around. So that's the like
yeah.
people don't mention the insane feat that Neymar did for the Santos. Like that's why Neymar was such at that time he was the most desired player in the world. Like Real Madrid was absolutely insane to go for him. Same thing with Barcelona and other big clubs. Like Neymar was doing some insane stuff when he was in Brazil. And bro, this guy like he was actually the real deal. Like this was the guy that you can look and say, yeah, this guy can surpass Messi, Cristiano. This can be the next big star that can carry football. And to be fair, he did pretty well. Yeah, well, when he came to a big club like Barcelona, the expectation was pretty high for him. And he was struggling. He was suffering through massive pressure. Luckily, like Messi was one of the key factors in letting Neymar adapt to Barcelona, adapt to being in a big club with high expectations. And Neymar managed to pick himself up and actually step up for Barcelona and achieve great things with Suarez and Messi and the entire team. And to be fair, Neymar did it. He did contribute largely towards that trouble. And there's a lot of Barca fans that would be flaming at me right now for what I'm saying, but it is what it is. I actually appreciate Neymar when he was at Barcelona, because he actually contributed a lot.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry to interject here. Neymar also, I think he scored at every single knockout stage of the Champions League, which is pretty insane.
Hmm.
Like that is insane.
He also scored in the Allianz Arena, which is a pretty tough place for Barcelona to be in. Like
Yeah, yeah,
bro. Like, yes, yeah, bro. He was always there, showing up in 2015. And let's not even mention the insane comeback he did against PSG itself.
Yeah,
Like, we would never ever make that miracle at the Camp Nou without Neymar. Like, and that was an insane. Like, that really showed the level of Neymar. When he is at his best, he can do whatever the hell he wants in the footballing pitch. Like it's crazy. The Neymar Barcelona's version of Neymar, that's a monster. You know,
yeah,
that's a guy that was disciplined. He was in a specific position, doing his role, being the best left winger on the planet. But
yeah,
when we get to PSG, then I'm gonna point out what went wrong for him. That's the
yeah.
key thing.
Yeah, let's talk about PSG now. It's a good transition, man. Because I want to speak first, real quick, if you don't mind. At PSG, man, I'm sorry, it's been a failure. It's been a failure at PSG in terms of strictly what he's been bought for the Champions League. I know his league contribution, his goals is pretty insane, and don't get me wrong, it's respectable. But at the end of the day, PSG were already winning League One titles before him. They were already winning so many League One titles before his arrival. And so, like I said, the main objective Neymar at PSG was to win the Champions League, and he's not even come close. I know he reached that final in 19 to 20 season. If you look at those stats, though, he only scored 2 goals and 2 assists, which is pretty sad. And in the knockout stage in particular, and he's not even played 2 round of 16 games in the same season of Champions League, barring against Dortmund. And so in Champions League, it's just been really disappointment. Now in the league, he's been great. I'll say this right now. In League One, he's been amazing, even with all the injuries he's getting. Right, and you know what's really crazy, Kool here? He's not even matched the amount of appearances at Barcelona, despite being at PSG at 6 seasons. That's pretty messed up, I would say.
Yeah, it is. Um, so all right, should I start from scrap when it comes to PSG and Neymar? So let's see. When Neymar left from Barcelona, then PSG activating that insane release clause that, like, probably everyone thought that, oh, nobody will pay this much for Neymar, because it's insane. PSG broke the bank to do this insane transfer, leading to Neymar going to PSG, and at that time Neymar was reaching his prime. He was Neymar at his best. And they're right. So Neymar leaves, goes to PSG, and I'm not gonna lie, his couple of his first start in PSG, they were unbelievable. He was wrecking that league. But there was one key factor for me that caused Neymar downfall at PSG. And number one was the major injuries that he was receiving by the players in League One. Like, it was so, some of the tackles, some of bro, it was horrendous. They had constant attacks to Neymar. Of course, he kept getting injured and injured, and he kept getting sidelined. But his quality never really left him. And to be fair, the last time this guy was fully fit and available, he literally dragged PSG to the Champions League. The Champions League
Yeah,
final, the very first one, and that for me is still a massive achievement because when it comes to PSG, that it's really an institution that doesn't really have a project. Like, they don't really have an idea of what they want. I know they want the Champions League, but they don't know how to obtain it. So, like, everything about PSG, their structure, board of directors, the way how they run, like, all
yeah,
of that. There's a lot of factors to why PSG is not competing well in the Champions League, and it's not solely due to Neymar. Neymar was
yeah, yeah,
expected to win the Champions League. Of course, I get that, but PSG as a football club was expected to make right decisions and surround them with the right players, and plus build a strong enough team that that can preserve Neymar, because as you know that the Uber East League, you know uh, that league is it's pretty
it's not that good.
horrendous when it comes to defending. The defenders in that league, they're pretty horrendous. They're gonna break your legs. um, the thing is, and then with Neymar, he should have. They should have protected him and leave him specifically for the Champions League, because I'm pretty sure Paris Saint Germain can win the league title without Neymar. Like, it shouldn't be that much of a difficult task. You had Cavani and a bunch of world class players at that time. So it's all about how the game management and how they handle Neymar. Unfortunately, Neymar got getting injured, and bro, like for me, it's more of a PSG's fault. Their project failing than Neymar failing in my eyes because we can we can also, bro, but there is criticism towards Neymar because let's be real, like when he loses motivation, he makes reckless decisions like coming into training late, partying, going to his sister's birthday, and all these unprofessional acts. And not gonna lie, it has caused him to give him a bad image. But Neymar's intentions has always been um, to win. Even at Brazil,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he gives his all when he's at Brazil. But unfortunately, like bro, some of the Brazil some of the Brazil teams were pretty bad. And he
Well,
did.
okay. Sorry to interrupt there. We'll discuss about international in a bit. Before we get to the international part, let's round off here with the club thing with
Okay.
PSG. And that, let me ask you this question: do you think he'll win the Champions League at PSG?
At his age, though, I think that it's it's basically impossible to win a Champions League for PSG because as you know, like the amount of money PSG has spent on this, they basically got a whole large amount of players, and all of them
Yeah.
failed to produce anything in this year's Champions League. Neymar getting injured again, I think, bro. Like I don't think the Neymar that we once knew is no longer there. Like
Yeah.
it's a Neymar that has declined. He still has his technical ability here and there, but I don't think it's the same Neymar that is gonna score a lot of goals, a lot of assists. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an unfortunate situation when it comes to Neymar. With PSG as a structure, as a club, I don't see them making the right decision anytime soon. They haven't learned from their mistakes. Um, so it is what it is. But when it comes to Neymar and winning a Champions League on his own, I do not see that happening ever. But at the end of the day, he can look back and say, you know what, I won a treble with Barcelona, contributing in a lot of major
Yeah.
moments. So for me, he already has a Champions League. He already achieved that at Barcelona. So he doesn't really need to prove himself because, bro, like scoring a goal in every knockout stage. That that's a clear sign that you're contributing to a Champions League. So,
Yeah,
like,
and the knockout stage is two legged, by the way. It's not like single games, like that's even more crazy. So
yep.
like, yeah. Also, let me ask you this question. One last thing before we move on to international, and then we'll read some comments, of course. Um, do you think his fitness at PSG? Why is he been getting injured so much at PSG? And it's especially around the Champions League round of 16 time. I know you kind of briefly touched upon it with the League One physicality thing. Like I
Okay.
don't know, man. Why is it always around the same time?
I don't know. It could be, but there is a factor that PSG, they're like their superstars have all the power. That's another negative. So whether or not Neymar's sister's birthday is
Yeah,
around the wrong of 16 and he just decides to leave, that could be a factor. Or it could be a factor that just weird coincidence he keeps getting injured at this specific time. It's like similar to Barcelona. Have you noticed the pattern that Barcelona keeps getting a large amount of injuries in the group stages for the Champions League, and it keep costing us to qualify. Um, it's like a weird coincidence. Could be bad timing. But not gonna lie, when he was fit for Dortmund, bro, we saw what he did. We saw his impact. And bro, like injury wise, I'll say is the league being reckless and he keeps getting hurt. I think
yeah,
he should be a little bit more reserved when it came to the Uber Eats league. He should have been
yeah,
more careful, not trying to showboat, because people are gonna try to hurt you after you do an insane skill. I don't know why people are like that, but it is what it is.
yeah. All right, and look at the League One. Look at his stats in League One. Like 28 goals his first season, 23, 19, 17, 13, 18. Like it's gone pretty much downhill. He never got like any better.
Hmm.
So, and yeah, and it's like crazy. He's never made 40 appearances, man. So, like I said, the whole PSG thing, I of course I do blame him for PSG. But I also do think that PSG himself, they're also, of course, to be blamed as well. Uh,
Mhm.
so it's just a shame, man, because at the Champions League, man, I really expected more from him in the Champions League. That's what my biggest. It's kind of sad to see because I still love Neymar. I still think he's a fantastic player. I still think he's one of our best players we have seen in this generation. Like it's just a shame
Mhm.
that injuries and the PSG tax has kind of ruined his maybe ruined is a bit harsh, but it's kind of made his legacy a lot worse. I guess you could say.
Yes, because the expectation was high, so high. Like it was like Ronaldo and Messi level. They expected you
Yeah.
to achieve major, major things, win a Ballon d'Or, break
Oh yeah.
records, and all of these
Yeah.
things. You know.
Yeah, break records. Yeah, actually that's a good point. I've completely forgot about the Ballon d'Or. That's also another good point. Completely forgot
Mhm.
about that. We'll discuss about that when we discuss international. So let's go read some comments, guys. Please smash the like button. We're at 9 likes, guys. So please hit the like button. I want to reach 15 likes for today, guys. 15 likes for today. So please hit that like button, guys. Hit the like button. Um.
Anyone's
Sorry. Yeah. I'll be right back, guys. My dad's calling me real quick. Sorry about that. Give me like 2 minutes. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Okay. Anyways, as I was saying, okay, hope you guys can hear me. Kuba says hello. Okay. Matt Channel says 2014 Neymar. Actually, we'll look into. I'll read your comment when we talk about international. I'll tell you what, Matt. So we're gonna look into when we talk about international. Barca PSG one of the most insane games. Neymar to Melbourne City. Wow. Azus Gonzalez says Neymar's a huge failure. I respect Neymar for leaving in PSG and trying to be the main man of his team, but in reality, he hasn't won anything of importance since leaving Barcelona.
Yep.
That is that is the sad truth, man. That is the sad
Yeah,
truth.
and that's when I say that it, I don't think it's his failure at PSG couldn't it isn't solely on him. You know, I believe that it's a lot of factors in why he failed at PSG, from injuries to bad management from the squad. You should see what these after every manager leaves PSG, you should see what they say about that club and how it is run. Because if there's
Yeah.
no leadership in an institution, then every superstar is gonna go wild. Everyone is gonna be reckless. Nobody's gonna care, and it's all about keeping a balance, having a really ah sorry, a really well run club. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yeah. Oh, I actually have a good question. Actually, I want to read all the comments first, and then I'll ask you this last question. Then we'll move on Brazil. We'll talk about Brazil after that. Okay. General FC special. I'm gonna look at your comments. It's not gonna have them read. It's just that we're gonna discuss international football tomorrow. Okay. We'll have an international stream tomorrow. So yeah. Okay. He's physically washed. The only person he could blame himself and partially his dad. Oh yeah, I forgot his dad. Do you think his dad is also to blame for this?
I'm not sure. Didn't the documentary say that his dad told him to stay at Barcelona, and
I believe you're right.
Neymar decided to leave on his own. Like he made the final say.
Hmm. Yeah. Saint Jose, Neymar was really influential for PSG in that UCL 2019 2020. Unfortunately for others, he was injured a lot. Yep, that's true.
Hmm.
Uh, Neymar, in my opinion, is only considered successful in terms of wealth and possibility with the national team. But even with that, then the expectations of World Cups are buster in Brazil, and that he hasn't even achieved that either. Yeah.
Hmm.
Am I nervous? No, I'm not nervous. And we and plus we have an interim manager at the moment, not even a new manager. So I mean, we should be able to beat Grenada. If we don't beat Grenada, that will be embarrassing. So I expect us to win. Anyway, Saint Jose said Neymar's legacy at Brazil isn't good for now. He hasn't even won the Copa America for Brazil. Yes, we'll get into that a bit later. Prime Hazard, Prime Neymar. Oh, that's a difficult question.
Prime Neymar any day of the week. I'm sorry. Prime Neymar any day of the week.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Neymar, guys. I'm gonna have to go with Neymar. I think that guy and his prime was insane. Don't get me wrong, I respect Hazard. I love Hazard. I think he's a fantastic player. Neymar in his prime is different, man. He is insane. Like Hazard is just he's close, but Neymar is just a level above.
All right, this should have a debate. Who was more reckless in their career, Hazard or Neymar? That would be a crazy one because both
Yeah,
of these guys had massive potential to be world class, one of a kind talents.
yeah. I think we should have. That's actually a good debate. We haven't done a player rivalry, and I think that'd be really interesting. We could have one fan support that player, and the other one we could have like this. Like that would be such a cool idea. Cool idea. We could definitely do that during the summer. I think that would be great for the summer. Uh, so I'll definitely try to remember that. We'll definitely do something like that during the summer. Nice. So 80, you say yes, and Cooley thinks no. For me, I'd say in terms of club, I think Sanchez of Barcelona he succeeded. At PSG, I'd say he didn't succeed. So that's my verdict. So it's like what happened was is Zico Seleção didn't win anything, and his national team legacy wasn't that good, even though he was a fantastic player. And Neymar doesn't win at least Copa America. Yeah, Sebastian do. Okay, well, we're gonna discuss that another time. We're not gonna discuss that here. Neymar to Man City. No, he's not joining Man City. He's not joining Man City. Um, I very much doubt it. That boy should never have left Barcelona, in my opinion. Um,
Facts, facts. You
uh,
should have never left.
I wouldn't say he's a failure though. Uh, um, Pookie says, to be honest, Neymar is Brazil's top scorer now with Pele. He's gonna break it surely. Probably Neymar, even though I'm a Real Madrid fan. All right, now I want to ask you this question, Kool-Aid. Last question before we get onto international. Do you think it was a mistake for Neymar to leave Barcelona?
100%. It was a massive mistake for him. I don't know what he was thinking. You don't leave Barcelona ever when you're there. Like this, it's like Dani Alves. Shout out Dani Alves. He once said, "Is there any place better than Barcelona right now? That when it comes to living and all of these things." And I get the argument that people bring to me is that Barcelona didn't appreciate him as much. They treated Messi more like the god of the first team, all of that. But the sad thing about Neymar, and I don't know why he was, because there was a lot of people who told him, "Oh, you need to leave. You have to get out of Messi's shadow. You gotta be your own main guy." And bro, like you know, unfortunately, you forgot that football isn't about being the main guy. It's about a team effort. Because football you play it 11-11 and you gotta work as a team. It isn't about the sole individual. Some people will get more recognized and stuff, but it is what it is. Like it isn't about getting it's whether or not you're happy where you are. I'm not gonna lie, Neymar, he was happy at Barcelona. It wasn't a and when he left, I knew he regretted his move to PSG. And it's unfortunate that he made this decision, but once you enter PSG, you can never leave unless these guys decide that they're done with you. And it's actually a tragic one because, bro, like every game that I've watched when he was at Barcelona, you could tell that a guy like Messi, bro, Messi would see Neymar and be like, "Oh my God, this guy is so good. He's gonna be the next number 10." He used to like a good example is that comeback against Paris. Like Messi, who Messi gave Neymar all the he let him take the pressure, because he's that good. Even Messi said that, this guy is gonna be better than me. He's that good, but unfortunately, like the egos and all these things, it actually backfired on Neymar. He left to Paris, and it was his biggest mistake in his career. Like because I'm
Yeah,
telling you, if Neymar had stayed at Barcelona, played his football, I think this guy would have reached insane heights. You know,
yeah,
he would have been unbelievable. Like And then I'm pretty sure Messi wouldn't even be here. Like I think this guy would have called it quits. He would have let Neymar take the lead. You know,
Yeah,
as Messi to me, Messi was like you can tell like 2019, 2018, Messi was absolutely exhausted carrying Barcelona. You know, like
yeah,
this guy, like it's a lot of pressure to be the main guy, and having
yeah,
Neymar would have been fantastic. And it is what it is. Neymar, bro, you messed up. It is what it is. This is one of those things in life that you make a huge mistake and you have to live with it. I'm
yeah,
sure that if he can go back in time, he would actually never have left. Bro, like it is what it is. You should see. Like remember when Neymar was linked back to Barca, Neymar was offering to pay a part of his release clause. I think he
wow.
was offering at least 20 million. I think that was
Oh
correct.
yeah. That was like 2019 summer, right? When we got
Yeah,
Griezmann, oh, I remember that summer,
They
man.
Neymar wanted, bro. He was desperate to return. Like he was done with
Uh,
Paris.
yeah,
It
man.
is sad. It's sad.
It and one thing about a little on a tangent here. It's difficult to leave PSG. They are not going to let you go that easily. It's difficult to leave.
Hmm.
They keep you like it's difficult to leave. Like good luck in leaving, man, because a lot of players have tried that in the past. I think Verratti tried that in the past. Obviously, Neymar we tried recently, and I think um who else tried? I think
And
maybe
Mbappe, he tried to leave, but Mbappe did try
oh
to
yeah
leave.
yeah. I think you're right. I think he did. Not this last summer, but it was like I think few. I don't remember. But the point is that it's difficult to leave PSG. That's the point I'm trying to make here.
Mhm.
Yeah, so guys, I'm gonna read some comments. Make sure you guys like this stream. We're at 12 likes. Let's try to get it 15 likes. So just 3 more likes, guys. And yep, we should use Lata versus Suarez debate show. Me versus Kua. I would destroy him.
Oh, let's go.
That's
Let's have a debate about a guy who doesn't have a Champions League. Let's go.
Sebastian. I'm sorry to say, we're not doing a debate here on this channel. Like, there's a clear winner. There's a clear
Hey,
winner. We need a.
okay,
There's a
okay,
clear
okay.
winner, man.
I gotta
Yeah.
eat Sebastian alive with that one. Nah, he doesn't want to have a Suarez that on the bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like that is not a. That's. I think we could get some more interesting battles. Okay, maybe you guys can do for you two can do for fun, but we're
Let
not
me
gonna do
think.
it here on the
If
channel.
there's any striker that we can realize elite, Hurricane versus Zlatan, we can have that one. We can have that one.
Eric Kane versus. Oh man, oh man. Boogie Suarez is better than Slasa. It's just facts. Uh Zeus Gonzalez says hindsight is 2020. Of course, Neymar made a mistake. Yeah. See, it's easy for us to say now, but at the time, you could say it wasn't a mistake. You know. So that's the thing.
Mhm.
Sebastian said Barcelona. Okay. Zlatan had a longer prime.
Did he really?
Comment, but I'll look at it. We'll look at it, but I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Anyways, Ranked Hospital say Neymar couldn't wait for Messi to retire to be the star. He wanted to win the Ballon d'Or in his prime and it cost him. I think greed. I think I got a little greedy. I think that also was kind of the part of the decision that, you know what? I want to win the Ballon d'Or so much, and I just can't win the Ballon d'Or here at Barcelona. Do you think that also drives his motivation to leave PSG?
Hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like, he tried to make it all about himself when he should have more talk about it. Might like, do I really want to leave a place like Barcelona? You know, because there was
Yeah.
nothing wrong. The Barcelona fans appreciated Neymar. They cared about him. Uh,
Well, sorry to interject there. Do you remember when the 6-1 happened against PSG and everyone was celebrating? They were holding Messi up, and I think Neymar felt like I should have got more appreciation for that. Like
yeah,
he didn't
but
get like them.
that's why. Why are you listening to the media though? Because the media was the one that took Messi's photo of that scene when he's putting his hands up. You know,
Yeah,
literally, bro. There was major standing ovations for Neymar after that comeback. Like, bro, like it's actually crazy that he didn't really notice the fans itself. Because what you wanted the media attention to be all about Neymar, but you didn't realize that. Oh, Camp no, you know how hurt the Camp Nou was after he left. Like
yeah,
literally, like Neymar was the last player Barcelona ever wanted to leave. Like,
Yeah.
it's actually crazy. And for me, like, I find it's hilarious that there's a lot of people that push that agenda that Barcelona didn't appreciate Neymar as much as Messi. And let's be real, Neymar, whether you like it or not, Messi has been there longer than you. You know,
Yeah.
Messi is La Masia. He's literally what when people watch Barcelona, like Barcelona fans, the socials, when they look at Messi, they're like, oh, this is the guy that came out of our academy. So there will always be that more love and affection towards Messi. Like, it is what it is, but that doesn't mean that the Camp Nou and the fans don't care about you. It just means that
Yeah.
Messi is, whether you like it or not, Messi will always be number one.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just how it is, and plus it's just one game. Like it's just one game. It's like I'm sure I'm sure he was appreciated for the 2015 Champions League when they
bro,
won
and you know how
Barcelona.
beautiful it would have been that Messi gave Neymar the number 10
Yeah,
shirt. That would have
yeah,
been
that was
beautiful.
yeah,
Neymar, I give you 100%. But if right? If that would have happened, Neymar would have been we would surpass Messi. Just holding that number 10 shirt, it would have been something like
uh,
destiny. I
I don't know
believe
about
that.
surpass. I don't know about surpass. I think that's a bit of a stretch, but I do what you I
I
do
mean,
so what you mean.
we
I,
could never know because, bro, when he went to PSG, his entire career went down. Like,
yeah,
it's actually
yeah, and
crazy.
yeah. Yeah, Kool-Aid Neymar made a mistake leaving Barca. Yep, I
Yeah,
think we could all
that's
agree.
yeah, that's right.
Tabuya says, yeah, it's a team sport, man. Big up to you, man. Big up to you, man. One of the most valuable people here. So I do appreciate your support.
Mhm.
You don't always have to be the bad man. Yep. Zeus Gonzalez and Neymar and Kyrie both left championship winning teams to become their own man and win titles elsewhere, and both have failed. So yeah, even in other sports you can see. Obviously, I don't know. I don't really know who Kyrie is like that, but
Basketball.
oh, basketball. Okay, so the thing, but you can see like it's not just in football. Like like every sport. Like you can't just be you. It's a team sport at the end of the day. Any
Mhm.
team if it's a team, if you're playing as a team, you can't just be the main man. It's just not like that.
Mhm.
Pookie says facts. Dan LC Special says Vardrid. Liverpool. Okay. I should have gotten Neymar over Griezmann that summer. Yeah. Saint Jose Messi's currently trying to leave PSG too. Yeah, PSG this summer, man. Neymar could leave. Messi could leave. I mean, PSG might be dusted this summer. So Pookie says Neymar should have came to Real Madrid. Oh man, man, if Neymar and Real Madrid. Oh my God, I'm so glad he chose Barcelona. Man, I'm so
You know what we did? We did the exact same thing Madrid did to us with the Figo situation. We took
yeah.
they were ahead of us. Neymar actually went to the Bernabeu.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God, we stole it right underneath their noses. That was crazy, AD. Neymar chose
Oh.
Barcelona. It's actually crazy. Nah.
Do you, why did you choose Barca over? Do you actually
But
know?
if you would have went to Madrid, bro, how many Champions League these guys would have won? Would have been crazy.
Oh my God, he would have won like two or three, I would imagine, at least,
Yes,
at least two, at least two. I can
him
assure
and
you, at least
Ronaldo
two.
would tear it
Oh
up.
my,
My goodness.
yeah, and Bale. Don't forget Bale. Oh my God.
Mhm.
Oh man.
Nah,
Actually,
it would have
why
been.
do you choose Barcelona?
Why did you choose Barca?
Yeah. Well, do you actually
Money.
know why?
We offered more money. That's simply as that. We actually were accused of corruption because of the Neymar scandal. But to be fair, like they took us to court and we proven that we didn't do anything illegal. But it is what it is. People are still crying about it. But shout out, we actually bringing Neymar to Barcelona was a insane feat. I'm happy. I'm happy for that. You know,
Yeah.
it's a good
Uh.
revenge moment in football.
Yeah. Griezmann basically funded Felix. Yep. Are you scared? What the heck? I love Zlatan, but even having my profile picture, but Suarez is miles clear. Yeah. Okay. Zlatan over Lewis. Never low. Suarez or Zlatan NDT of the week. A good rank.
Oh my gosh, this is actually a debate in the chat. Sebastian, look where you started, bro.
Okay, let's go ahead and move on, man. Let's go ahead and move on. You guys are saying a lot of weird stuff in the chat. Okay. I'll get. Well, don't worry, Matt. We'll talk about international a bit. Okay. Jeez. Okay. Chat behave. Yeah, you guys need to behave as chat. I mean, especially you, Sebastian. You're a moderator here, so this is kind of it's not really good as a moderator to do this. Okay. Jeez. Okay. Last one. Messi goes to Barcelona, Neymar, and Mbappe goes to Madrid. Imagine the scenes. And Messi and Neymar is not coming back to Barca together. It ain't happening.
Impossible.
It ain't happening.
I'll take Messi, but Neymar, it's too late, bro.
Yeah, it's too late, man. Too late. Instead of BBC, you could just have them in Neymar and Real Madrid. Neymar legit was in the trials. He left Real Madrid back to Brazil because he was homesick, but then he chose Barca in the future.
That's really crazy.
Yeah. Oh my God, Zeus Gonzalez. He's a Madrid fan, if you couldn't tell. Neymar chose Barca over Madrid because they literally lied about how much money they actually received from the club. Oh man.
Yeah, but there was investigation, but they're proving that we didn't lie. What these guys are right about.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead. Yeah. Let's discuss international, man. Well, we spent nearly an hour on club. Hopefully this doesn't take us.
This is gonna be real quick.
Yeah, there's not really much to say for international, so let's do like for like 10 to 15 minutes. So start us off, Kool-Aid.
All right, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be straightforward. Neymar's international career has been an absolute failure. I'm just gonna say that right off the bat. Absolute failure. This is one of these. It's one of these things. You see, when it comes to club football, I can make excuses for you, Neymar. But when it comes to international, that's a harsh place to be. When Messi not winning any international trophy back in the day, that was something that I really criticized. I was like, nope, I don't care how trash the players are around you. I don't care the circumstances. When you play for a country, you find a way to get get the achievements you need to help to make Brazil bigger, right, or Argentina bigger, whichever country you're in. So with Neymar, you've been an absolute failure for Brazil. I know you broke insane records, Pele goal scoring record, all these crazy things, but I'm sorry, you have to win, bro. Copa America, World Cup, one of those two trophies, and I want to start off with number one thing. He's been injured for a lot of these Copa America games, and the sad thing is that Brazil has won those Copa America without you. Like literally, we had a Copa America where Coutinho was was cooking like crazy. In that Copa America, Dani Alves as well. He won. He was crucial as well. Like it's unbelievable to me that Neymar couldn't achieve much with Brazil. Like, and for the World Cup, I'll give you. There's a little excuse I'm gonna give him. 2018 Russia World Cup. There's I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I was pretty sure he was rushed ahead of time. Like he wasn't fully fit,
I think so.
And they rushed him into the tournament, and that's when he became a meme because he was like people kept stepping on his leg, and he was injured, and it hurt. It hurt a lot. He was rolling around. People say he was diving, but in reality, he was rushed. He wasn't fully fit. He should have never participated in those games. Um, but now you have for me the one that really really made it bad for Neymar is the with the Copa America that Messi won. That's really the one that for me really affected his legacy for Brazil. How do you lose a final at your own stadium, like at your own home against your biggest rivals in Argentina? Like Neymar, I knew you were the best player on the pitch. You tried everything you could, but unfortunately, at the end of the day, nobody remembers second place. People remember the winners and the ones that achieved the trophy. So unfortunately, man, like you lost to Messi. Well, you lost to Di Maria in in the Copa America final at your own home soil. It's actually unbelievable. And that's it's just I can't respect Neymar internationally at all. He's a complete and utter failure. This World Cup when he got knocked out by Croatia. Again, he did score. He tried, but unfortunately, imagine Messi in that World Cup, this World Cup that just
Yeah.
happened. Imagine he got knocked out, but he tried his best. All that. Nobody cares. Did you win it or did you not win it? So international football is way more harsh, and the reality is you're a complete and utter failure for Brazil. You haven't achieved anything yet. You're still, how old is he? 31,
Yeah,
bro.
31.
If you still have some sort of football in you, bro, find a way to win at least something for Brazil. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've seen a lot of people like Brazilians, they don't claim Neymar. They don't see Neymar like,
Wow.
oh, yeah, we don't claim you, bro. You're not at the level of Ronaldo, Romario, for all these legends in Brazil, Ronaldinho. You're not in that level yet, and it's unfortunate. And for
I
me,
think,
this is gonna be controversial as well, but this is gonna piss off a lot of Neymar fans. But Neymar, you have never surpassed Ronaldinho's career yet. That you're not even close to what Ronaldinho was. Um, Not even international. I know it's crazy. Like, and surpassing Ronaldinho isn't that difficult. Like when it comes to achievements, because Ronaldinho won Champions League, I think one Copa America, one World Cup, couple
yeah.
of league titles, and a Ballon d'Or. Which career do you want right there? I would take that Ronaldinho career. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Ah
I
man,
think, yeah.
it's wild, man.
Cool. Are you done what you're saying? Because I want to speak on the international
I'm
thing.
done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
All right. All right. It's international one. Now, this is a bit tricky because, to be fair, on his part, I don't think it's really his fault in particular. I will say in the Copa Americas, I blame him in particular for maybe 2021. You can blame him for that one as well. But I think the thing is with Neymar in particular is that, for me, let's look at the World Cups in particular. Let's start with the 2014 World Cup. He was fantastic in that World Cup. He was amazing in that World Cup. I think that version of Neymar was fantastic. I think that might be the best version of Neymar I've seen in a World Cup. Like, he was amazing in that World Cup. 2018, as Kool said, he was rushed in. He wasn't fully fit, and you could tell the guy wasn't really that good in the World Cup. Diving around, rolling around. So that's the thing. 2022. I think he actually played well, but the issue is that I feel like the team let him down. I feel like he did the best that he could, but the team didn't show up for him. Because in that Croatia game, he scored the goal. He scored the crucial goal that gave Brazil the lead, right? And I think the rest of the team didn't really perform as they should. Now, that being said, do I think Neymar could have done more? Possibly. Um, Possibly he could have done more. But at the end of the day, the team didn't help. And I think Matt's put this comment earlier for this one. 2014, Neymar couldn't have saved Brazil versus Germany because Thiago Silva's absence. Yeah, like for people say, oh, maybe Neymar played against Germany, it would have made a difference. No, that Germany team was way too good. That was a stacked Germany team. Like they were amazing. 2014, I think he meant 2018. 2018 underperformed or rolled. Yeah, I don't think 2018 he was that good. 2020 still going to matter the most, but when Tite subbed on Fred and Guimaraes. Yeah, I think bringing in Alexandro as well. The thing is with Neymar in particular is that I think the thing that's really damaging is not what the World Cup per se. That's obviously bad. But I think it's the fact that he's not won a Copa America. The fact that he's only played in one Copa America final is pretty alarming. Messi, on the other hand, has played in, I think, 5 Copa America finals, I think. No, I think 4. I think 4, actually. 4 Copa America finals because he lost 2011 one, I think. So, that's the thing with Neymar is that you can at least deliver the bare minimum, the Copa America. Because I think stats-wise, he's got a great record. I think stats is pretty good. But his international trophies-wise is pretty shocking as well. Neymar scored the goal of the World Cup in Qatar, maybe Xavi's, but top 2 for sure. Yeah, Neymar's goal was fantastic against Croatia. So let me read some more comments here. So, where is it? They say the docu was homesick in Madrid. Yeah, no, it's got clapped. All right. Unfortunately, his legacy national team is a failure. Individually, he was good. He's top scorer, but trophies wise, he isn't winning. That's what I said, man. Completely agree with winning Copa de America with Brazil. Isn't nearly impressive. That's the thing. Also, is that the Copa America thing for Neymar, he has to bare minimum win it. Zeus Gonzalez says World Cup or bust. That's also kind of true as well. Like we look at the Brazilian players, and many of the Brazilian greats have won a World Cup, man. 2014 World Cup, the team was not good enough, and he couldn't try to save the team as he got injured in the quarterfinal. Neymar was so unlucky getting injured 2019. Yeah, 2018 World Cup team was not good enough again, and a very good Belgian with an insane quarter eliminated them. Neymar was also injured in 2022, so much injuries. It's nice that Neymar's broken some records, but records are meant to be broken. Winning championships are forever. 2022 World Cup, the team was the one. There was no excuses against Croatia. She had a big time, and the team failed at Tokyo. Have you looked at the Euro qualifying results? We're gonna look at them tomorrow. We're gonna look tomorrow in Tokyo. I just want the whole match day to conclude. San Jose 2020. I don't blame Neymar. He was giving his all. Yeah, I think 2021. He tried everything he could. It's just that the team didn't support. Sebastian, stop with these comments, man. Stop, please stop. Rank Talks Well says I agree with San Jose. I don't think it was a failure. It was very unlucky. He did a preview. Tomorrow will be the recap day. There is one. Yeah, the Croatia game, man. That was Neymar's moment. Yeah, Noxie, the team failed him. Yeah, and Tapia says international level is a weird one because Brazil were better without him. And not because the talent that was replaced to him was better, but because it was more functional, like that Coutinho Copa example. That's actually a good point, Tapia, you actually made. Because I actually do think. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think Brazil actually look a lot better without Neymar. Like whenever Neymar didn't play, they look a lot more as a team, as a collective. And you can see what Neymar, obviously he's not making the worst, but it doesn't feel like as like fluid or like one style. It's kind of like with Barca without Messi. You saw how we aren't as like a one-man team kind of thing, That's kind of the thing. So, yeah, what do you want to say, Kool-Aid, on this?
No, I agree with this comment from this guy. The thing is, it's just, that's the sad thing. Like Coutinho's Copa America, that was like a nail in the coffin for Neymar because like you clearly saw Brazil winning it without you, and they absolutely destroyed everyone in that run. Like you should see how they dismantled Argentina in that game. And I think it was in the semis. Then they went to face Peru in the final, which was one-sided as well. Like unfortunately for Neymar, man, like the people are gonna look back at his international career and they're just gonna laugh at him. They're gonna be like, "Oh, look at the diver, look at the guy that never runs, never gives his all," or the other word, look at the flop, the guy that didn't achieve anything. You know, you gotta Neymar. There's still time, bro. There's still time for you if you want to achieve something for Brazil.
Yeah,
because for Copa, and bro, if you're fit enough to be in that World Cup, bro, like find a way, bro. Find a way. Like if you win a World Cup, I'd say your entire career has been a success because
yeah,
the
World Cup for me has to.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. You continue what you're saying.
No, I like him winning a World Cup will redeem his entire career. Like it will actually like boost his legacy in an insane height. So
yeah,
it's World Cup or bust. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's true. For me, Neymar has to win a Copa America because, dude, if he doesn't win a Copa America, his international legacy is pretty much bad. Like it's gonna look really bad. He has to bare minimum win a Copa America. See, even if he doesn't win a World Cup, and if he wins a Copa, it's not gonna. Of course, it's gonna be bad. I'm not saying it's not gonna be bad, but it's gonna be like, okay, at least you won a trophy. It'll be kind of with But the thing is, if you don't win a trophy with Brazil, oh, he's gonna get a lot of criticism, a lot of abuse. So that's the thing, man.
Yep.
This is Neymar's last chance to win. Yeah, to be honest with you guys, I don't know Brazil's winning the 2024 Copa America, 2026 World Cup because honestly, I don't know. And honestly, I don't think so. Just as of right now, if you put a gun to my face and says, "Do Brazil win it?" I say no, because
Vitor Roque is gonna win it.
Yeah, you know why? because Brazil need better managers. I think that's another part why Brazil been kind of underperforming these last couple of years. Their manager's not been good.
I'm hearing Carlo Ancelotti is gonna be the new manager.
Oh, that could be very interesting because if Brazil get Ancelotti, Don Carlo, oh, Brazil could be scary. Brazil could be scary. But if they don't get him, I think they need him, man, because I don't think there's anyone else that can do it. You know.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, Pookie says, well, when I hear big three, I think of CR7, Messi, and Neymar low. 20, yeah, that's true. 2019 Brazil was actually pretty good. Neymar would have won that Copa if he was fit. He probably would have. But the thing is, like, he didn't. At the end of the day, we're playing what ifs. You know, like we can't say for certain. You know, as much as we think he probably would have won it, we don't know for certain. Like, you know, it's just at the end of the day, it's all speculation. I mean, he probably would have. I'm not saying he wouldn't. I'm just saying is that we don't know for certain. That's what I'm saying, right, Kool-Aid?
Yep.
So,
yeah, but you know, it is what it is. Coutinho fill the shoes.
yeah, San Jose 2021 Brazil wasn't as good as 2019. That's the thing, man. Because that 2021 Brazil, man, it was not that good. I mean, you guys, I think they won 1-0 against Chile, like 1-0 against Peru. Like, it wasn't as dominant, you know? Like, yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah, Sebastian Big 3-0. Oh, man, it's a lot. Okay, let's just move on. Argentina improved too. That is true. Argentina were significantly better in 2021 than 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tepu says, 2040 was the last time he actually led Brazil, even though he ended up injured that properly led this side. Yeah, I think 2014 he actually took charge of the team. And you can see how Brazil crumbled in his absence. So I think 2014, he did a huge, commendable job. I just think that injury, man, the injury just ruined it all, man. Rank Tugspell said, I did care if you guys mentioned this already. Neymar's the most foul player in history. He's been fouled over 1,000 times?
Yes.
Messi is second with about 900. Wow. I didn't even know that.
I literally said that what Uber Eats did to this guy was criminal. Like, the fouls were unbelievable. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I know you talked about, but you didn't say that number, though. 1,000 times.
I don't have the statistics on me, but I knew this guy was getting killed in the Uber Eats. Like, the injuries wasn't because he was partying or not fully fit. It was all because these players in that league were trying to end his career.
Yeah. And the thing is, and some people are probably going to mention, how come Mbappe doesn't get injured that much? You know, he plays. But the thing is, like, Mbappe and Neymar are 3 different players. And Neymar loves to dribble.
Neymar is a dribbler. He's an entertainer. He has the ability to beat at least 4 players, you know?
Yeah.
So he puts himself in situation where players are going to do a last-inch tackle. And when you do those risky tackles, bro, like, it can literally lead to a major injury. Like, bro, and Neymar is always in those situations. They're either stepping on his toes or tackling him from behind. Or let's say he does a flick. These guys are going to chase him down to try to break his legs because they feel offended, you know? Because Neymar embarrassed them on the pitch. So, yeah, this is a fantastic comment. Neymar has been one of the most foul players. Even in La Liga, there was a lot of players that try to injure, really mess him up. Yeah, they really try to mess him up in La Liga. But unfortunately, La Liga isn't as physical. Neymar always skip past players, always evaded them. You know, so
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, we need to round up the stream, man. It's I got the USA's be playing soon in around like 40 minutes from now, so I need to do some other stuff before then. So we gotta round this off, guys. If you want to start, oh my god. Okay.
Or Salah, we need to ask Salah.
Maybe it would have been 2-7. We'll never know. Yeah, even Alexis Sanchez had led his team better on that front. Alexis Sanchez, man.
Can I add one more point about that 2014 Germany Brazil?
Yeah.
I don't care if Thiago Silva or Neymar was available, they still get destroyed. That Germany team was way too good. And they were knocking on the door for that final for so many years. So I don't see anyone beating that Germany team in 2014. Like, I don't care if Neymar was on the pitch. It is what it is. Yeah. It was a monster. It was a machine, that German team.
Yeah, Mashel says Sebastian Vito checked his Alexi Laws talking USA on Fox. I don't want to speak about Alexi Lawless. I don't want to speak about that guy. If I speak, I'm in trouble. So let's move on. Brazil should try to build around Neymar this upcoming cycle instead of relying on him. That I agree with. I agree with. I think they should start to do that.
Hmm.
Yeah, just like RJ did with Messi. Messi had Enzo and Neymar had Fred. Oh my god.
What's wrong with Fred? What's wrong with Fred?
Let's move on, man. Let's move on. San Jose, exactly, 100%. Yo, hello, FC BBB. Neymar should be with that Bruno G and not Fred. Yeah, cross management style suits that Brazil team. Yep. Hello, doing just fine. Okay. Brazil, Jesus Gonzalez said, Brazil shouldn't build a team around Neymar. I think it's easier to say build your team around the player who isn't your best player anymore, and he hasn't healthy enough. The foul that Neymar was receiving is the same fouls that Vinicius gets now and probably for the rest of the career. Yeah, I agree with Kool-Aid. With Ney and Diago, they still lose. They wouldn't have been bothered, but definitely still lose. We came pretty close to being that Germany Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Argentina.
Yeah,
bro, Argentina is the only one that stepped up, and actually they had the bigger chances against Germany, and they missed every single one of them. It was one of those things where it's like Germany was destined to win that World Cup. Like it is what it is. Shout out to Germany; they deserve that one.
Yeah, I don't think Brazil would have beaten Germany, but I do think they were not going to lose 7-1. Yeah, I think we can all agree with that. Like, obviously, I think Germany would probably still win. It would probably be not by a big scoreline, but they would still probably win. All right, let's go ahead and look. So let's go look at international trophies real quick, because there are some trophies, believe it or not, but it's not like it's a lot of like, we'll look at this right here. So Brazil,
are we gonna count the Olympics?
I guess we gotta count it. I mean, it's not really a major trophy, I would say though. So it says here, South American U20 Championship 2011, Brazil under 23 Summer Olympics 2016, runner-up 2012, Brazil FIFA Confederations Cup 2013, Copa America runner-up 2021. So he's also got a lot of individual awards, a lot of these kind of awards. So we're not going to really look too much into that because we want to look at team accolades. That's more important thing. Algeria almost beat Germany too. Was it Algeria? Yeah, Algeria. I think Germany beat them in extra time. So, all right, let's go ahead and conclude here, guys. So, final takes, conclusion here. Recap this thing, man. So, if Neymar ends his career right now, would it be a success, failure, or how do you view overall speaking? So, let's say he retired today, hypothetically. I know he's not going to retire today, but let's just say he does retire today. Where do we view him, man?
In my personal opinion, I'll say, based on the expectations and the immense talent he had, unfortunately, it might have the world will see him as an absolute failure. Unfortunately, but in my eyes, club football wise, Barcelona wise, he was an absolute success at Barcelona. But if we're getting everything in general, he's been a failure, unfortunately.
Out there. Yeah, wait, can you repeat that again? Because I think you kind of cut off there, so repeat that again.
Oh, can you hear me? Hello?
No, I can hear you. It's just that there was some. Yeah, I can hear you now.
There was a lag. Okay, so I say general public opinion. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so general public opinion would be he's a complete failure. He should have achieved more with Brazil and at Paris. But in my personal opinion, club football wise, he's been good. Specifically basing it on what he did for Barcelona and Santos, achieving that insane Copa Libertadores thing. It's been he's been, for me, he had a decent career, not a complete failure. Failure for Brazil, of course, that's a factor as well. So he had a decent career, but based on expectations, he failed. We expected him to be the next Messi and next Ronaldo, and the next Ronaldinho. Well, not Ronaldinho. The next, big Brazilian star that does something unbelievable. So it is what it is.
Yeah. So let me recap here. Reiterate my final takes. I think for me, Neymar will go down as one of the most talented players we've seen in this generation. And in terms of what he achieved, I think he's got a good career. But is he an amazing success? Is he going to be up there with Messi, Ronaldo? Definitely not. He will not be up there. And is he a failure? I think that's a bit harsh because he still had a good career. I mean, he still got an insane career. Won a Champions League, of course, at Barcelona. Won a Copa Libertadores. Won some other trophies here and there, league titles as well. It's just that the expectations he delivered, he underperformed for expectations. But I think to say he's a complete failure is a bit harsh because for me, failure is if you do absolutely nothing. Like if you do absolutely nothing. Like for example, like if he he still contributed at PSG. It's just that he didn't perform to expectations, And I think for me, he will go down as one of the most. He will go down for me as one of the most wasted potentials. I think in our lives. I think it's not to say is he a failure. I think he's probably the most. Did those decisions he made? Could his career been better? I think that's a better way to ask. The better question to ask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
I fully agree.
Yeah.
Can I add one more suggestion for a future topic, AD?
Do that.
As we all know, Mesut Ozil has retired recently.
Yeah.
I would say this is a guy that I truly respect, and even when he was at Madrid, I could tell that this guy, he's a one of a kind, special talent. And for that, to be honest, I always wanted this guy at Barcelona. But the reason I mentioned him because he's one of the last few attacking midfielders in the world. I think it would be fantastic if you have a debate. Who is the greatest attacking midfielder? Debate. My candidate is Johan Cruyff, football player, for the guy that three-peated for Ajax. But you guys can pick your very favorite attacking midfield. Let me know in the chat who you guys would pick to want to do a debate. But that's up to AD if he ever thinks of it. It is what it is. Just a suggestion as a fan of the channel, but it is what it is.
Yeah. That's a good suggestion. I'll definitely look into it. It's just nowadays time is very crunch. So I think that'll probably be better to do during the summer because we're gonna have a lot more time. And plus, we probably need a huge panel for that one. I think just having one person probably won't be enough for that. So we probably need a group of people for that. So, yeah. Excuse me. Rank says Confederations Cup is only real trophy international. Yeah, I guess you could say. Matt says standalone career, no. Up there amongst the best, yes. Failure. Yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
Rank says neither success or failure. He did his best, in my opinion. Had some bad choices career. He'll go down as one of the most, one of football's biggest what ifs. Yeah, I think that's a better way to say it, man.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. Pookie says, yup, like Zlatan, JK Low. Wait, can we say that Zlatan international career is a failure? Well, it's Sweden after all, so I guess I guess it is technically, but we have to put things in context. Like Zlatan's playing for Sweden and Neymar's playing for Brazil. There's obviously going to be a huge difference here, So
yeah. My only thing with Zlatan is I wish he won a Champions League.
Yeah. Yeah, the champ. Okay, fair enough. I can understand international. At least deliver a Champions League. Has he even played a final? I don't think he's even played a Champions League final.
It's actually weird because when he left Inter for Barca and Inter wins the Champions League. I'm pretty sure that's how it went. And then he leaves Barcelona and then Barcelona wins the Champions League. It's crazy, man. It's really crazy.
Yeah. Rank says Maradona, greatest creative midfielder in history, no debate.
Maradona. See, that's a fantastic shout out. Maradona as an insane attacking midfielder.
Yeah. H7 says when Tao compare continue to him, I legit deleted the Discord app. H7 said Greece won a Euro, so no excuses. Well, I mean it's still very difficult, man.
So we are critical. So Zlatan is a failure international wise. Okay.
I mean, but the thing is, I feel like that Greece thing was once in a lifetime kind of thing. Are we gonna ever see?
Wait, since H7 is here, bro, what's your opinion, bro, on Neymar's entire career? Is it a complete failure, or do you say that it's decent? What do you think, bro?
Yeah, and answer fast, guys, because I'm gonna be ending the stream soon, around 5 minutes. So we've been here for around an hour and 25 minutes, so I need to end soon. So yeah, if you guys are gonna want to say something fast, guys. Say something fast. Yeah.
Yes, so I was Zidane
And we definitely
versus
need to get
Cruyff.
this. Zeus, you need to come on for that because you're a Madrid fan, so you can like choose. You can support Zidane for that, and you can support Cruyff. We can have a back and forth battle. Oh, that'd be
Sure,
perfect.
bro.
That'd be nice.
That would be.
Yeah,
We would learn a lot, man.
yeah. Pookie said true 80. H7 says at least make a finals. Yeah. That's the thing with Zlatan, man. At least play in a Champions League final. Okay, if you lose, you lose, right? But yeah, I don't think he's played in a final. I don't think he's ever played in a final in the Champions League, which is pretty shocking. You know. Pookie says H7. That's also true. H7. The eyes of one of the greatest to play the game, yes, but at a normal level, he isn't. Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, man, there's that. Anyway, so if you guys have anything to say, further say your thoughts in the chat. Like I said, guys, I have to end the stream soon because I want to watch the USA play. So that's gonna be around 35 minutes from now. So and plus I need to do some other stuff before then. So please, if you guys have anything to say, please say it now because I'm gonna be in the stream in around 4 minutes. Okay, guys, I'll give you guys 4 minutes. HCR says late in stream. Oh, better late than never, man. You can always watch replay. I'll put timestamps description below. So don't worry, man. Sebastian says we need to do battles this summer, debate battles. I want to do me versus Kool-Aid. Yeah, we need to do. And I definitely want to do some debates this summer, guys, because we can have a lot of fun debates.
Don't worry, man. I'll be available.
I'll be there no matter what.
Yes. We're not gonna argue, Sebastian. We just you go first, then I go, and we'll let AD decide who's the winner.
Oh man. HCR says failure is harsh. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I just put in the title. Like, I don't necessarily mean is like it's just a question, okay? I'm not saying he's a failure. It's just a question, okay? So, Buki says, "Love Sebastian." Sebastian, man, you really are one of the funniest people on the panel. You really are, man. You as much as we like, some of the takes you say is kind of I don't really agree with. You do really bring a lot of comedy, which is very important. Like a lot of people really enjoy you, So I do appreciate it, man. So, yeah. Let me go ahead and let's go look at the poll. So so I put the poll out there. Is Neymar a failure? So 22 votes were in. 36% say yes, and 64% says no. Interesting. So I ended the poll there. So most of you guys believe he's not a failure. So I think more of you guys probably believe he underperformed. I think more of you guys probably believe that than failure.
Yeah, so. I think majority of people probably think he underperformed, which is a valid point.
Yeah. Like it's fun to get two people on the panel, and 80 is just enjoying watching. HCar says, "Imagine Grenado win." Yeah, if Grenado win, guys, it's gonna look bad. It's gonna look bad. We might have to do emergency stream if that happens. We might have to do one if that happens, guys. We might have to do one, just so you know. So maybe you guys should actually hope that happens. But yeah, I mean, joking aside, though, like the USA lineup is already out, so I actually want to look. Let me see. Actually, let me see the 11 because I didn't really get to see it. So let me go check real quick before we head out. And I guess you guys can see it too if you guys care about it. So I'll just share my screen real quick. We'll look at the USA 11, then we'll probably head out. Okay. So share screen. Okay, so where is the USA 11? Right. Grenada versus USA. Here we go. Come on, Google. Show the 11. Bruh, it's not on here. Okay, let's just look it on Twitter because I think I put it on my Twitter page. Okay, Twitter. I think I retweeted 11. Okay, let's go look at this. Okay, so here we go. We got Matt Turner on goal. That's a good decision. Mark McKenzie. Let's go. Gio Reyna. Let's go. Weston McKennie. Let's go. Pep, Pulisic, Aronson, Luca De La Torre, Joe Scally, Austin Trusty, Brian Reynolds. Yeah, I'm pretty generally happy with 11. I'm pretty happy with 11. So that's good to see. I'm a little concerned, though, with Mark McKenzie because of the Nations League final that happened. That was a 21 summer. I remember against Mexico. I need to rewatch the final, by the way, guys. That USA-Mexico final was insane. I need to rewatch that final because that was one of the craziest games of my life I've ever seen. Yeah. So one of the best finals I've seen in my life. So I need to rewatch that final someday. But yeah, it's going to be definitely interesting to see what happens. Pookie says, lol, if Grenada wins. If. Berhalter Hudson. I prefer not to speak, but okay. Jokes aside, I think Berhalter is still better. Even though I don't really like Berhalter, but yeah, Hudson, man, he's not done anymore. So I think Berhalter just wins by default. I'm gonna die after I swear. He could have done so much better in his career. USA wins 3-0. LeBron James of soccer. Yeah, let's hope Pulisic score, man. Let's hope he scores. And he's also taking the captain's armband today, which is nice to see. Buki says good joke, lol. All right. So, anyways, I think we have reached here, guys. I think we've been here for around 90 minutes. I think we need to head out. I need to head out, guys. I gotta watch the game. And yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow we'll be going live tomorrow at 6 p.m. this time to discuss the international break games, the Euro qualifiers, AFCON qualifiers, CONCACAF Nations League as well. Basically everything international football. So, yeah, man. There is that. So HKR says, I finally saw AD's real name.
Later, guys.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah, peace, Kule. Sebastian says, Berhalter, welcome to Brazil, new manager. It ain't happening, man. It ain't happening. Puka says, lol. All right, so yeah, as I said, guys, I got to head out, guys. So thank you guys for watching today's stream. If you're new out here, consider hitting that like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Comment down below your thoughts in the comment section below. And also, guys, remember, guys, to consider becoming a member of the channel. One of my friends actually became a member today, M. John. So shout out to you, M. John. I'll be putting anyone that becomes a member of the channel, I'll put your username in the description below to give you a shout out. So please consider becoming a member to get access to member streams and members videos. I just released a members video earlier today, by the way. So stay tuned for so check that out, guys. If you're a member of the channel, and yeah, like I said, guys, make sure you guys come on the description below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.